Hello, this is gonna be a VOD review of a Diamond offtank player on Busan. Let's go and see what he could have done better. Yeah, so we can see the enemy composition and your team composition, and both of them are kind of brawly, but they also have a little bit of long range poke. Like you guys have an Ash and a Bap, and the enemies have Hanzo and Tracer. So on the enemy team, you really want to watch out for this guy taking these angles. Like this guy is playing here and his team is playing here, so this guy has a little bit of an off angle, and a Sigma, you're the one that wants to contest these DPSs that are on off angles on high grounds, or like shooting your team in the side or in the back. That's like your job as Sigma to contest them. You could also make the argument here for trying to support your Rhine as much as possible by putting your shield in front of him when he's trying to swing, so he doesn't take as much damage, and also you can walk right behind him and grasp on him, so you eat a lot of damage. But if you do that, then you know, this guy is probably gonna get free shots off. Yeah, that's something to think about. Like, if they didn't have a Hanzo, if they had full brawl, like Reaper Doom or Reaper McCree, and the McCree is playing with the team or something, then just supporting your Rhine might become better. So yeah. Oops. Yeah, so you're aware of the Hanzo there. He shot you once. This shield right here, we're gonna go pretty in depth on like the mechanics and stuff, because I think that's something I can help you with the best sense, not a long VOD. So this shield right here, you stop it right here. Like, it's not really doing anything, right? It's not blocking the Hanzo, it's not helping your Rhine swing. So you would either want to put it like right here, like right behind the enemy Rhine pretty much, or like right in front of him, somewhere around here. If you put it behind enemy Reinhardt, then you cut the heals from Ana, so she can't heal the enemy Rhine. So that's like really good. But if you put it here, then enemy Sora might be able to just walk forward and ignore it. So you have to like think, are the enemies backing off, or are they pushing in? And then yeah, you can use your shield accordingly. But I would honestly just shield the Hanzo here instead, because he's really dangerous here. Like, both of your healers are exposed, you're pretty exposed. Like, if he lands a headshot here, it's really bad. So I would just shoot the shield here on Hanzo, and then keep shooting these guys, or if the Hanzo peeks too much, shoot at him. I guess that's a decent rock, like if you calculated that or something, but rocking Rhine can be kind of RNG. Like, he could just shield it, you know, and then he doesn't get any better. But yeah, he was swinging and stuff, so I think it's fine. I would really be looking more on this left side though. Like, Ana was flanking here and she shot a sleep dart on your Lucio. You could have prevented that if you played if you just played this angle instead. Like, stand here, have your shield up here on this angle, so Hanzo can't shoot you, and you can't be shot from this side either. And then just shoot them from this side, so you're creating an angle for yourself. Because if you're shooting from this side, then Ryan can just shoot or shield everything, and then when he wants to hide, he can just hide, like, and be healed up, and he's not in danger. But if you're here, then he can't hide from all of you. So you want to creating your own angles as well as denying the enemies from angles. You don't want to be stacked on your Rhine usually, unless he really needs help to survive. Now you should hear that the enemy Rhine is pinning, and you should just shoot him and rock. I don't have rock, but you should just shoot him instantly. But yeah, you don't shoot him in time really. This also is a real problem. Again, you're just playing with your Rhine, which is really bad. Like, the enemy Rhine should not have died there. He should have just shielded and backed off and got healed, and yeah, but he misplayed it. That's a good rock, you know. The enemy Rhine's down, so there's nothing to shield it, and yeah. You know, rocking squishes, there's a big chance of getting a pick. Here, I don't like you dropping here at all, because I mean, it's not really your job as Sigma to contest point like this. It should be your Lucio or possibly your BAP, because they have mobility to get back up to high ground really quickly, and they can also like survive the 1v1 or force the tracer out, you know, with help from your team. And even if the tracer caps the point and, you know, whatever, they're gonna get like 10% or something, and you guys are gonna win the fight here, kill everyone or force them back, and then recap the point. It's better to let her cap and get 10% than you guys losing the fight up here, which is like a risk now when you dropped. So like, you could even just stand here and shoot at her, and she would have to hide or go back. You don't want to drop for this. You see your Rhine died now. If you were up here, he would have lived for sure, and you guys would have won that. As soon as their enemy Rhine died, let's see. Yeah, like in this moment, you kill the enemy Rhine. You just need to push, like you just need to go. You have shield, they don't have anything, like you can just take the space for free. Just walk up right here, or on the left side, wherever your Rhine is not going. Like if your Rhine goes right, you can go left here, like shoot this also, shoot all of them, like kill them or force them to go back. And let one of your healers contest point. As a tank, like one of the major things, one of the most important things, is knowing when to push when you have advantage, and you need to recognize that this is one of those times. So you standing back here playing defensive, like, it doesn't make much sense. So yeah. Yeah, and like now you're just sitting here capping. It's pretty, like, this is rough, you know. Now the enemies grouped up a little bit and took the high ground, and you can't do anything down here, obviously. Like, you don't have vision, you don't have sightlines, you don't have high ground. Tracer can just like shield up here. You're just capping points, and up here is like you know, your team is losing, so it's better to leave the point from that. Yeah, here I would leave the point and go up top right, I think, because I mean, you got the point, so you don't need to be on it, and then you need to control high grounds, angles, obviously. Like, as I said, down here you don't really do much, so if you go up here, or you could force out this Anna, or, you know, she's 1 HP, so you could kill her maybe even. because your team is already controlling this, so you don't need to go here, and also it's further distance, so you want to get up here real quick. Chasing Tracer here is okay, like she's obviously very killable. But I mean, you misplay slightly. I would have as soon as you see her shooting here, this is one opportunity to grasp, because you're gonna eat a whole mag pretty much, and like obviously you don't know she's gonna post-bomb you here. But still, you want to time your grasp when, like right when you know she's gonna shoot, like right when her reload is done and she's aiming at you, that's when you want to use grasp. So this is an opportunity to do that. Maybe you just want to shoot her instead, which is okay. But then you needed to just react here and like turn right grasp like insta. I guess we just wasn't fast enough for that. Yeah, that's okay. That's just like mechanics, I guess. You need to get better at just practice, you know. Let's see what situation are we in now actually. So, okay, the enemies are winning the fight. You're still kind of in. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so walking top left is very good, because you know, you want to control this high ground. I would not rock the Soria from the start, because you know she has personal bubbles, so she's just gonna block that. So I mean, you should have heard her earlier, to be honest, and you should have just shielded right here, or walk back, shield right here, so she can't beam you, and then primary fire her till she gets low. You're probably these guys should, hopefully, and then as soon as personal bubble times out or you break it, then you know, you use rock and then primary fire, and she should maybe die. You know, she should probably die, honestly. Like, it's 3 people, you guys are 3, she's 1, she has no help from her team. She's really just ending here. There's primary fire, like shield, primary fire, walk up in melee, and then as soon as she uses that, then just rock her. Yeah, she should be so dead, honestly. Yeah, again, like you're going to the point, that doesn't really do anything. You wanted to force the Soria out, or since you failed at doing that and now you're here, you could take this high on instead. But like just walking to the point, it doesn't do anything really. Because, you know, as I said, you can't shoot the people on high ground while you're on point effectively. And these people are the ones that are dangerous because they have very good sightlines, and they're very uncontested, and they do a shit ton when they're uncontested. Like Anna, when she is not contested, you know how much healing she can pump out. Like, you can't kill people really. And the McCree on high ground is obviously very dangerous as well, so you want to be on high ground, you know, doing like something against these guys. Nice rock. Yeah, it's just get out. Nice. Okay. You want to be tracking ults a little bit with Sigma, like my philosophy or whatever when I play is I look at the enemy team and see what ultimates they have that could impact how I play, or that bothers me, or that I can do something against, you know. if I'm on Diva and they have a Mei and Sora, I try to think, do they have Lisp yet? Do they have Grav yet? Because those two I can eat, or I can, you know, Matrix, or I need to know if they have them or not to change my playstyle. And Ryan Shatter is one of them when you're playing Sigma, because that's something you can block. So if you think the enemy's gonna shatter, even if you guys have a Ryan on your team, you should try to help blocking that. Grav is the thing, like if you think they have Grav, you can try to eat it, or you can try to split up so you're not as grouped, so you don't get like 6-man Gravs. You know, or if they have High Noon, that's something you should be probably aware of, so you're able to shield it, or you're able to deny the McCree extra, you know. You got picked, so I should probably wait. Yeah, that shield usage doesn't do much. Like you need that shield because you're gonna push soon. You just let it break for like shooting one primary fire or something. It's not very good. Yeah. I think this is a pretty fine ult. Wait, let's see if I mean, I know that this ult is gonna get really good value because I watched this VOD just before, but you know, you have to look at the intent if it's a good thought process behind it. So Sora used her self bubble, which is a good thing. That, yeah, that indicates you can ult. You want to wait for the enemy Sora to use at least one bubble before you ult, because otherwise you can just block it. You want to watch out a little bit here for stuns and pin. Like if you just zoom through the doorway here and the McCree is hiding here that you don't really know about, or the enemy Ryan just decides to pin you right here, I think he could, honestly. Then you're just gonna get cancelled, or you could get slept. So I mean, at least shoot a shield out here or something, or you know, be aware of where's the enemy McCree, where does the Ryan have pin. Honestly, I would not probably ult from the main doorway here. Like going here and ulting from here is probably better, I think, because then you have more vision. You can just walk out and see everyone clearly, and there's like no risk of getting stunned, basically. And also you get a different angle and you're drawing a lot of attention. So you don't always need to go with your Ryan when you're ulting, or like with your team, or, especially if you have a main tank that can actually take the space on their own, so to speak. And if you go here, you can also have more vision, because I mean, in high reloads, I don't think McCree and Hoss are really gonna play here, honestly. They're gonna be, McCree's gonna be like here, and Hoss might be back here or something. They're gonna be more spread out, and you're not gonna get as big of an ult, so you should get more vision, I think, and scout a little bit more. But you're getting a big ult here. They beat, obviously, but that's like okay. You know, you can't really do much about that. It's an ult trade, and it's a fine ult trade, I think. And you want to be focusing one guy in the air, though. Like even if they beat, there's a chance to burst through the beat, maybe, or make someone low at least. So choose one target here. Probably McCree is a good one. And then, yeah, try to get him low. This is really good positioning. Like, this is what you really want. Like, your team is coming from here, and you here have a little bit of an off angle. The enemy Rhine has to focus this side, and you play here. Like, go a little bit more left even would be like, this is like perfect, I think. You can just shoot everyone in the side. It's so free, like, you know, you can even come here and contest sponsor later. But right now, just standing here, like shooting these squishes, that's what you want. Yeah, this is great. Okay. Actually. Yeah. Yeah, you're playing this fine, I think. Let's see if we can learn something better. Like, okay, you rock the Rhine, it's kind of lucky, I guess. I don't know if I would have gone for that. But anyway. Like, your shield here is not optimal, obviously. Like, you would have wanted to put it in front of your Rhine or not put it out at all. I think your Rhine is fine without it, it seems, but you could have shot it in front of him a little bit. And now, like, this is good because the tanks are holding, like, you and your Rhine are holding the two different sides of this. I don't know, I wouldn't play as close as you are, I think. Like, at the start, yeah, just stand here and poke, but then as soon as they start pushing up, you want to be playing this angle here, I think. Like, use this as cover, this corner here, because as Sigma, you're obviously not a close range hero. Like, you want to be playing mid-range against the Rhine Sora. The Rhine wins against you at close range, he can just swing at you, you don't want that. So you want to keep your distance, and you don't want to get rushed, you know, so just play here. You can still do the same amount of damage and you can still shield pretty well. So fall back here when the enemy tanks start coming up here. That's my suggestion. Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't be playing this close. Now you're going left side. Unlucky. Also think about balancing your orbs on the side here. You can just bounce it here on this wall, for example. If you think you're if you're not sure you're gonna hit, then bouncing is pretty good. But yeah. Yeah, like now that's just not good. Now you really want to be here shooting them in the back. Like, if you shoot the Rhine in the back here, he could probably die, and if you have a rock up, because the enemy Rhine can't shield you, you know? If you stand here, he can just shield up, back, I'm fine, but if you stand here, no, he's not fine. So, yeah. Ooh. Yeah, maybe, like, yeah, you know, your shield, shield management and putting the shield in front of your Rhine to help him survive. That's something you should be looking out for. Okay. Yeah, don't drop. Okay, there you had to drop. Okay. You don't want to get off this high ground. Like, you want to stay up here as much as possible. So yeah. you traded Rhines, like you want to keep this space, you want to keep this high ground, because if the enemies come up here and you're forced back to point, then that's like you lose pretty much. So like how can you hold this space without dying, you know, and hopefully Sora is you have rock. Sora is kind of distracted. You could have tried to shoot the Sora and rock her, maybe. If not, then you should have. I think you should have played a little bit more aggressive here, like going for this, or like if Sora goes away here and chases someone on your team, then just go in on these people. Or if not, then just shield this doorway here and just focus down the Sora, I think, to cut off healing and cut off Hanzo damage. And if you just shoot the Sora and rock her, I think you win this. You have to do something, because otherwise the enemy Sora is just gonna kill her squishes here. She's just going in and beaming, you know. And if you let her do that, she's gonna win. So you just need to do something here. Play a little bit more aggressive. Yeah. Yeah, and now you have to drop the she's so low. It's unfortunate. Yeah. Just jump off the map situation. Okay. We get picked off. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, a good shot, but that was pretty lucky as well. Enemy McCree high noons. What? Okay. Do you know if they have bubbles or not? Like that's number one thing to check, I think. No, you don't know if they have bubbles or not. If they do, then this is not really gonna do anything. Also, High Noon counters your ult pretty well. So you hear him High Noon. This is just rough. I don't know. If they have High Noon and bubbles, it's not a good place to ult, I don't think. And also you don't have any vision really. Yeah, and then you fly too close to McCree. So you have to keep track of like what can cancel your ult. That's very important. You should like throw your shield up in the air and just play behind it. Play a little bit of a distance, and again, like going here or taking an other angle from your team when you're ulting is usually a good option. Because then, like, you could have maybe just not lifted up the McCree, you know. Maybe you would have seen, oh, I knew as soon as I press my ult, so instead I'm gonna flux the Sora here, instead I'm gonna just solo flux the Lucy here and kill him. That's better than, you know, lifting up the enemy McCree with High Noon, maybe. Okay. You pick Hog. I think that's a good call, honestly, because you just used your ult. It's the last fight. Hog has pretty good clutch potential, you know, getting picks. So it's okay. You know, the enemy team kind of counters you, though, so yeah. Maybe I would have gone Monkey, honestly. He gets back fast. He's good against Oh no, he's good against McCree, or decent, or he's good against Hansa. But yeah, anyway. Now you see your team go right, and you go right. That's not right, so you should go left, in my opinion, because if you just walk here and the enemy running shields and swings, like, you can't do much. Hog is a flanker hero, you know, and you want to control this high ground as well. It's very important. So if your team goes left side, then I mean, I would go right side. Yeah, I would go right side if your team goes left. If your team goes right, you go left. So just go the opposite way, and try to look for picks. You know, be sneaky. Try to not get spotted, then just hook someone when they don't see you. That's like the best thing you can hope for. Yeah, that's that. Let's go to the next one. Okay, you're playing Monkey Soria. And the enemies have Brawl. So, well, in this matchup, team composition wise, you really want to stay on the high ground if you can. There's not a lot of high grounds on this map, unfortunately, that you can use well, but you want to keep the distance from the enemy team, because if they're good, you know, they can just speed on you with Lucian, freeze you, and swing on you, and you don't have any mobility. So you want to keep your distance, and going higher ground is a very good way of, you know, staying safe and keeping your distance from May and Ryan and stuff. And you obviously want to bubble your Winston when it takes damage, when he's engaging or something. Yeah, you bubble him there. I think that's good, because he's like in the air and he's gonna get shot in the air, and he's gonna be right in, so that's very good. Now, positioning wise, I think you're a little bit close, and I think you're. I mean, you Winston jumped in too early, but you know, whatever. Like, now you're way too close. You know, your Winston just died, but you traded a kill, and this is very winnable. And I would have gone up here. As soon as I got to these stairs, and go up here instantly while shooting right clicks on the enemy team, because this is like the furthest distance away where you're somewhat hard to get to, and you don't have the same angle as the rest of your team. Like, you want to create different angles on the enemies here, right? But now they should just press speed and kill you here. They're really slow at doing that, so you should have been dead, but I guess you didn't have communication with your Winston here and stuff, but like, if you know he has bubble and it's like diamond, solo queue, whatever, you should expect him to probably insta bubble when he drops on the ground. So you only get a little bit of energy here from a McCree shot, and you know, it's hard to know when to bubble the monkey at the right time, but If he has a self bubble, like if he has his own bubble, then you probably want to wait with your bubble until it breaks, unless it's like actually going into the whole enemy team and he's getting swinged on and beamed or whatever. Or it's like 1 HP. Here again, like I don't like this positioning at all. I would have pressured this side, or gone up here, because your Winston's already taking all the aggro, all the space from this side. So all the enemies are distracted, they're looking at him. So as an off tank, you need to know where the enemies are looking, like what their attention is on, and you need to abuse that and take a different angle where they're not looking, or where their attention is not. So this is perfect, you know. They're Mei's here, but you can just force her out. You have self bubble, like you win that. So just force this Mei out, and that makes it a lot easier for Anna to do her job. And then you just start beaming their healers in the back. And if they start pushing on you, well, then you play a little bit more defensive and go up here, and you get healed by your Anna. That's all good. Here, it's good. Like this McCree is not in the best position, but the enemy rank just stand here on the side and like shield, or he can walk up if he's full HP. He can walk up and swing on you guys. You know. Let's keep going. This would be a very good bubble timing, for example, if you still have a bubble. You know, these guys are looking at him, they have cooldowns, they have sleep maybe, that you could block. Yeah. Yeah, I like that you're shooting the squishes there when you have the opportunity. That's very good. Now the Rhine turned his back to you and he's swinging on someone else, so he's distracted by something else. So that's your time to take advantage and shoot at him. That's good. Your tracking was not the best there, or you... Okay, you were trying to bubble your Winston, but you could have done more damage there. This is good, like... this angle is very nice. Actually, like, your team is here, forcing the enemies to hide here, and you are here, and you're shooting them, and you have cover. This is like really, really perfect. And yeah, Mara's here, I guess, but you know, this is the power of these angles. The enemies have to hide; they can't like run on you or anything, and you can just sit here and shoot at them. And you have healing, like you have support from your team here. This is great. Unfortunately, you really lost your Winston, but yeah, just get the Mei away. Nice. Ooh. Yeah, should nice. Okay. I think you self-bubble a little bit early here. Oh wait, what? Self-bubble now? Yeah, that bubble was not good. Sorry, but you really needed it now. Like, I mean, obviously you can know that this will happen, but the bubble here is not good. Like, yeah, you're not under any serious pressure, so to speak. You soft bubble now, yeah, okay, this is when you do it. There's no one really shooting at you, so yeah, and you're like not even low, so yeah, you're not in danger of dying. So yeah, you really need to keep yourself bubble for when you're about to get a lot of pressure when you're about to almost die. You could have died there, maybe. Bubble your team. Oh. Yeah, when the enemy when the enemy McCree is rolling in like that with a flashbang and like trying to kill someone, don't shoot at him. Like just bubble your teammate or whoever is going for, and then kill him. See, he could have gone like traded. He could have traded there. It would have been very bad for you. This is very. Yeah, this is too much. You could have died there. Yeah, I don't know. You need to just realize that your team is not with you this deep. Like, you're alone, you're walking through a choke, the enemies have a May wall, your team is here, you know, it's just too aggro. Oh yikes. Yeah, this positioning is not the best. Because, I mean, you guys pushed up so much and now you don't have time to set up good positioning. But like optimally, I think you should stand here and use this little cover here. You can crouch if you need to like take full cover pretty much, and then it's gonna be a long way for the enemies to get to you, and you can just keep running if they try to run on you or whatever. And hopefully your monkey plays here and he takes aggro and you bubble him, and you create two different angles. If your monkey plays here, then maybe consider playing here or something. I don't know. You want to have a different angle than your monkey. Here is not really good because you can just get poked out and like they can just shoot you for free before they even walk through the choke. So you wanna, you know, have cover so they can't shoot at you. Like they have to walk through the choke to actually shoot at you. So yeah, those are like your options. Maybe even up here, honestly, if your monkey plays here, but then you need to like watch out a little bit because someone could rush you up here, like and you're like you don't really have good escape, so that's a little bit risky. But yeah, you could get like insane value here, honestly, if your monkey plays here. Everyone turns around, you play here. Like if you have an ult advantage, then maybe this is a good play because you can just like pop a grab here or something and right click them or beam them in the back. Like that could be good. But yeah, you push too far and now they're like pushing you back and you don't have time to set up positioning. Again, you're playing way too close to the fight. They should just like go push you and freeze you if they were coordinated. So against Brawl, you need to be using right clicks more obviously than when you're on longer range. It's fine, it's still dying. Yeah, you can poke here a little bit, but then you should go top left. Don't mind the tracer. Yeah, she's not your job or whatever. Yeah, you see like dropping down here, where you don't see anything. The enemies can just walk up on you. They have brawl. Like you want to be poking them as much as possible. You want to be putting down pressure on them while they're trying to get to you. And when you're walking here, well, you can't put any pressure on them. They can just go here, drop onto you like insta, and you can't do anything. And there's a Rhine and the May on you, and you don't want that. So I would go here so you can actually shoot them and you can still keep your distance. Yeah, you're spending a little bit too much time thinking about this tracer, and that makes the enemy team be able to walk out for free without taking any damage, basically. Bubble, nice. That's good. Okay. Set up your positioning now, don't stand on point. Yes. Okay. Yeah, again, you're playing a little too close and you have the same angle as your monkey, so yeah, it's like the similar issues as possible, or as the other fights. This is not Ryan Soria, like you shouldn't play in your monkey's like ass. You need to, like, he can manage himself, you know. You just need to give him a bubble and play on an off angle high ground where the enemies cannot reach you, and poke with right clicks and beam if they get in range. That's basically that. That's against Brawl. The bubble was not the best either. Like, it got a lot of energy maybe, but your monkey is obviously not engaging, you know, he's falling back. So, I see. Okay, he was poking out a little bit, but yeah, I guess it was fine. I was just a bad play for monkey. Okay, I mean, you need to look at the enemy team. The Ryan inted, like he just charged in. So the enemy team has no shield. So they're exposed and they're walking through a choke, and you have high ground positioning and you have cover. If you just stand here and they can't shoot you and you have full charge. So, you know, the enemy healers are here, throw a right click, beam them. You know, have your monkey, just kill them. Give up the point if needed. I don't care about this game. You know? This is what's important. You know, the enemy Ryan just entered to touch point. Like, he's not protecting his team at all. This is the juice right here. You can shoot. You can right click enemy support, force cooldowns, beam Sora. Like, this insane value right here. But you go for the Ryan and 0 points. Unlucky. You need to bubble the teammate there as well. Bubble anyone that Ryan is swinging on. That could have been really, like, you could have won that easily.
My tactical visor is charging.
I think. Oops. Let's see. Okay. You guys almost have grab. You have primal control. Yeah, walking through a choke like this main with your monkey, I don't really like it. Because I mean, you don't really win the frontline fight here. You know, it's a Ryan Sora against a Ryan monkey. Ryan wins head to head against monkey if they just like fight straight on. And also enemies have a Reaper, like enemies are pretty brawly still. So I would go here, I think. Or maybe here. I don't know. Here, like, the issue here is that you can get poked out a little bit, but they don't actually have. Yeah, I would go here. they don't have a lot of poke and or anything. Like if they had a widow up here or something, then going here might not be the best. Then you could go here, but don't walk in with your monkey and like get slammed in the face by Ryan who's holding a corner here. That's not gonna do much. Either Ryan should be holding the corner here and just like beating you guys. So you need to take angle here and bubble your monkey when he's walking in. Because you can still bubble from this side and you can beam from above and stuff. That's really nice. Okay, yeah, that's okay grab, I think. Or is it? I mean, you guys don't really have a lot of vision on it, honestly. Like, you can't take this space. These guys can't shoot the grab. I don't know. I mean, it's rough. You guys need to just take more different angles. Like, monkey does not want to just walk in main, so you don't want to go with him because he needs to flank. He needs to be alone when he's going in. Like, he shouldn't be seen. He should come unseen from behind or something. You need to just take multiple angles on this team because you're in the front line war. And now you're just getting swung on by Ryan, as I said, because you're going main here. And there's a Reaper on you. Yeah. I mean, the enemies are with bad loads, but you did too. Let's see. Okay, you're going hog again, so flank time. Go here or go right side. Either one. If your team is going main, which I assume they are, because you know, they're just defaulting. No brain. Yeah. So the Tracer is holding this angle, but you beat Tracer. You pretty much beat Tracer in a 1v1, you know, angle fight. So you need to actually push this angle and force her away. If you can't kill her, then just force her away, and you know, just dominate the side of the map and be a threat and look for hooks whenever possible, and use the fact that your team is drawing the attention. And yeah, just I mean, just take them in and push here, honestly. Your monk is in now. This is when you really want to be peeking this now, when your monk is in. I'll look for a hook here. Oops. That's pretty much everything for this, I think. Hope it was helpful, and you can improve on some of these things. Let me know if you have any questions. Hope, you know, I mean, I was a little bit harsh, maybe I said didn't say a lot of good things, but there were some good things obviously as well. And yeah, that's all. Bye bye.